Hi, everyone. This is Coach Kat with SRT Global. Today, we are working on clearing around the Clifton Strengths. And specifically today, we are going to be clearing around the strength of achiever. So as a reminder, with Clifton Strengths, there are 34 strengths, and the order in which your strengths is completely unique to you, but everyone has every single one of these strengths. So you might see this strength come more for you as something that makes you very energized, but maybe you could be burning out from it, or it could be something that is in your bottom strength and you feel like I can't achieve things because I have achiever as my bottom strength. So wherever it falls in on the spectrum for you, this class is for you and you will be able to get benefit from this. So we are going to do this a little differently than other group clearings, where there are going to be some questions that I'm going to start out asking, and I would like you guys to have notes so that you can write this down as for what it means for you, and then we can make sure that we are doing some clearing around how this shows up for your life and what this means. So for achiever, I also have our resident strengths expert on the call, Miss Lacey Jane. So Lacey, if you could come off mute and just share a little bit about the achiever strength and what it means in context for the strengths community and not necessarily what the dictionary definition of strengths is.
That is a great way to start it, is the fact that when you do your Clifton Strengths assessment, all these strengths are given a name because we have to label it somehow, right? And it doesn't necessarily correlate with the Webster Dictionary. So what achiever means here is people that are exceptionally talented in the achiever theme, work hard, and they possess a great deal of stamina. And so they take immense satisfaction in being busy and productive. So how do you feel when you hear that? Is that like, oh yes, that's me? Well, when things are going well, that's me, and I wish that was more often? Or is it more of a, oh, that does not sound like me. Like, I wish I could be more productive, but I can't, right? What happens when we have these strengths, and we all have all the strengths? When we have this strength, we choose whether or not we want to lean on it and develop it, or if that is not a strength, maybe it's more towards our bottom, that we're not developing, and that when we try to use it, we end up, what we call it is in our bottom or in our basement. We use this incorrectly, or we should have been using a different strength towards getting that project done, something to that effect. Is that what you were looking for, Katrin?
Perfect. So to start off, there's a couple of different situations and emotions that we are going to be working on today and doing clearings around. So some of the situations that I'd like you to think about when it comes to the strength achiever, and as the definition that Lacey just provided us, is it could look like a situation where you feel like you have to do everything yourself, where other people aren't stepping up in the way that you think needs to happen. And so you might feel like you have to do everything yourself. So start thinking about those situations where you may feel that. It may be looking like, because you want to get things done in a certain way and to achieve completion, that maybe you're not letting others in. Maybe you're giving them the cold shoulder and not being as open and welcoming and allowing the opportunity to hear other voices coming in from that. Another situation that you could experience, no matter where you have achiever, is burnout. So for those of us who are just joining, we are going to do some group clearing around the strength of achiever. And so we're going to be using pen and paper to take some notes down and doing some group clearing versus individual clearing for this session. So think about times when you have felt burnt out. You could have achiever as one of your top strengths and still be feeling burnt out if you're trying to push on that too much and not realizing that you have got, 11, 12, 13 other strengths that you could be using as well. So you could be feeling burnt out in that way. Or conversely, if you have strength, achiever is one of your bottom strengths and you're trying to use it too much, that can also lead you to times where you might feel burnt out. And this can also show up as looking like a workaholic. Or if you feel like you should be a workaholic and you're not, and guilt that you might feel around, well, I can't work the same way that they do. So it's both sides of the coin that we're looking at for this situation. And
Katrin,
so,
may I add one more thing to that?
absolutely.
So for those of us, or for those of you who might not actually have your Clifton Strengths report, that's just still resonate with the story. I'm sure you do. We're going to hit a point about achiever because there's always something everyone wants to get done, right? But also there could be the side of it where you like being an achiever. You know, you're a go-getter. You feel confident and comfortable in being that way and being productive. But you notice other people have a more negative view of that. Like, why do you always have to be busy? Why don't you sit down and relax? Or whatever that might look like. You take on that negative opinion that the other person has of something you're doing well. You know, so it could be that scenario too, where you're taking their thoughts or opinions of you to heart around that.
Absolutely. And so the reason that we're structuring the class this way is that not everyone on the call has their strengths assessment completed. We will go ahead and put that into the chat, but we wanted to make this call more inclusive so that even if you don't have your strengths assessment yet, you can still participate and get some really good healing and clearing out of this session. So the first question that I would like you to think about, so everyone should have some paper and pen to take a few minutes to jot this down, is around the emotion of feeling overwhelmed. This is something that achievers, no matter where you have it, everyone can feel overwhelmed in certain ways. So what I would like you to write down and think about is, what am I trying to control in the times where I felt overwhelmed? So please just take 30 seconds to think about that and answer that question. What am I trying to control? If you'd like to put it in the chat and have us all share in on that, you may. If you'd like to keep it to yourself and just write it down for your own paper, that will be okay too. So we'll just do 30 seconds on that. Good. Mina added in the chat that her mind freezes when she feels overwhelmed. Yeah, absolutely. So the question that we're answering right now is, what am I trying to control? All right, so the next question that I'd like you to jot down is, do I trust help from places outside of myself? And no matter which way you answer that, then put who those people are that you trust help from, or who are places where you have received help and it hasn't worked out for you. What are those situations? And so we'll give you another few seconds to jot that down. Yes, Julia's adding in, she does trust outside help from her parents, relatives, and friends. That's excellent. Okay, and the last question that we are going to look at as in relation to this is, where am I blocking receiving support? Are there places and people, different resources you have that could be of support to you, but that you are not utilizing? Where are those? Who are those? What ways could you use those resources to help with your overwhelm? We'll give it just another minute for that. If there's anything else that anyone wants to share in the chat, and then we'll do the clearing around feeling that. Julia, we're so glad you found SRT and that you're here. And Nina, you have all of us around you. You are here with us. You are not alone. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and do some clearing around these situations. So we're going to clear not being in control first. Okay. Everyone close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and repeat in your head. I release all negative emotions with not being in control. Deep breath in and hold. I release all my blocks with positive emotion with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all apathy with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all doubt with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all fear with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all fear of failure with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all hate with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all hurt with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all irritation with not being in control. Beautiful. Deep breath in. I release all overwhelm with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all resistance with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all sorrow with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all uncertainty with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with compassion with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with giving with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with happiness with not being in control. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with being open with not being in control. Good. Deep breath in and out. That one's clear, guys. Good job. Good job. We're going to clear, we're just going to clear get it done. And so however that means for you, whether you feel like you can't get it done, you won't get it done, you need to get it done, the phrase "get it done" is going to work the most for the group. So whatever you feel that pain point, that trigger point for, whether it's I can't get it done, I won't get it done, I have to get it done, I must get it done, whichever one of those iterations hits you the most, hold that in your head as we go through this, okay? Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with "get it done." Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotion with "get it done." Deep breath in. I release all doubt with "get it done." Good. Deep breath in. I release all grief with "get it done." Deep breath in. I release all resentment with "get it done." Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with faith with "get it done." Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with nourishment with "get it done." Good. Deep breath in and out for that one. That one's clear. Awesome, awesome job. Okay, so we are going to leave those categories of overwhelm that we covered. Or let me see if there's one more we need to do. We're also going to clear "I have no help." Okay. So again, we had a few comments in the chat about where we don't feel supported, or where we may be blocking ourselves from receiving support. So think about those notes that you wrote down for yourself. And we're going to clear on "I have no help." Okay. Also, you can think of times where you have felt that and where that has been true for you. All right, deep breath in. I release all negative emotion with "I have no help." Good. Deep breath in. I release all blocks with positive emotion with "I have no help." Deep breath in. I release all disappointment with "I have no help." Good. Deep breath in. I release all guilt with "I have no help." Deep breath in. I release all judgment with "I have no help." Deep breath in. I release all worry with "I have no help." Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with enjoyment with "I have no help." Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with knowingness with "I have no help." Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with thankfulness with "I have no help." Good. Deep breath in and out. Awesome. If there were other programs that came up for you as you were journaling in the beginning, I encourage you to either take those programs or feelings, maybe if you're not super comfortable yet with identifying your own programs to one of the open calls. I've designed this so that I have an open call immediately after this one. So if there's anything specific that comes up for you that we don't resolve in this group clearing, that you will able to get individualized clearing immediately following this specific call. So, but if you are able to clear yourself and you are comfortable and competent in that area, please go ahead and make sure that you clear that for yourself as well. But otherwise, we can clear it for you after this. But we are going to move on to the next piece of this. So another common emotion that can be experienced around the strength of achiever is revenge. And that can be around the revenge of, you know, I had to do all those things and you're not helping me. There's different situations there. So the question that I would like you to ask yourself when you think about achieving, what might be coming up for you as we're going through this is, who am I angry at right now? So take a few seconds to write down, who are you angry at right now? And come up with the list. Whomever comes up with that list, it will be great for you to clear around and who you feel angry at this moment. It can be something current, it can be from past things, but thinking of who are you angry at? And get those names written down. Excellent. Now what I would like you to do is next to those names, and it's okay if you haven't finished yet, you can definitely come back to that and add more to it. But what I'd like you to write next to that is my anger at this person or situation misplaced? So maybe just write an asterisk next to it or something else of, is this misplaced anger? And kind of think about why it might be misplaced anger and what other healing can we work on for that and around that situation.
Sorry, Kat. What do you mean by misplaced? Misplaced anger?
Mm-hmm. So misplaced anger, an example of that would be that maybe you're actually upset with yourself and you're placing that anger on another person instead of, and that would be a situation where the anger is misplaced.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great clarifying question, Nina. Thank you. Okay. So we're just going to clear around I'm angry. And you can hold in your mind, hold in your intention, whomever you wrote down on that list of who am I angry at, as to someone that you can clear around. Okay. Ready? Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with I'm angry. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with I'm angry. Deep breath in. I release all frustration with I'm angry. Good. Deep breath in. I release all pain with I'm angry. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with calm with I'm angry. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with fulfillment with I'm angry. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with honesty, with I'm angry. Beautiful, you guys. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with love, with I'm angry. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with receiving, with I'm angry. Deep breath in. I release all remaining negative emotions with I'm angry. Good. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to any remaining positive emotions with I'm angry. Excellent. Deep breath in and out. That one is clear. That one is clear. Maybe you found there were some people you were holding some anger, some resentment towards that you weren't aware of. This would be a great time to kind of journal that down as another place to dig deeper, to find more programs and to gain more healing. All right, so we are halfway through on time and we are halfway through what I had planned. So this is working out perfectly. Hopefully this is good for all of you out there. Please give me feedback so we can continue to adjust this and make this as good as possible. So we are going to, we're going to clear around being a workaholic, okay? And so the journaling that I would like you to do before we begin that is, if you feel you are a workaholic, then this is going to be where you would think about this. This could also be if you wish you were a workaholic, or if you've had a parent that was a workaholic, or a spouse that was a workaholic. So even if it's not you specifically, we can still do clearing around situations, because I know we've all been in a situation where we know someone who is a workaholic. Maybe it's our boss is a workaholic and they made us feel guilty because they come to work on Saturday and Sunday, and you're thinking, no, that's my day. And it's okay to have those boundaries. So I'd like you to write down all of the people, times, situations where you know a workaholic or you have been a workaholic. So we'll just take another 30 seconds to work on that. Okay. So now thinking about those situations where you were the workaholic, I would like you to take some time to journal around, am I using work to escape pain? And sort of feel into those situations and what pain you may be trying to cover up or overcompensate for by diving into work. Okay, good. Now adding to that a little bit further, next step further, add in any times where you might have been running away from something. Okay, so the phrase that we're going to clear on next, you might have heard this phrase. The phrase is kind of long, so I'm going to make sure I say it ahead of time so that when you're saying it in your head, you don't get tripped up. But the phrase is, if you want it done right, I have to do it myself. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure that that feels comfortable to everyone. If you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. All right, close your eyes. Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Good. Deep breath in. I release all embarrassment with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Deep breath in. I release all judgments with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Deep breath in. I release all sadness with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Deep breath in. I release all worry with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with certainty with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with fulfillment with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with harmony with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with love with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Good job, you guys. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with memory with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with support with, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Good. Deep breath in and out. That one is clear. All right. I think that is all the programs that are coming to me for Workaholic that fit for the group. Again, there might be something specific for you. And again, we can clear that after this call, but we're going to move to the next one. So another emotion that is common with the strength achiever, which again, we all have achiever in different ways, is the worry. So for worry, this is going to be times where you're doubting yourself, where you're not trusting yourself enough. So I would invite you to write down, answer the question, do I doubt myself? And be honest with yourself and write down all the times and ways that you do doubt yourself, whether it's current or past. If you have doubted yourself and feel like you don't anymore, let's just test in to make sure that there's nothing that's still lingering there. So I'll just give you another 30 seconds for that one. We will do doubt others. And yeah, go ahead and do doubt others too. You can write down times where you doubt yourself in those situations. But then Julia, great idea. Go ahead and put doubt for when you're doubting others as well. I'll give you a few extra moments to do that as well. Okay, and we're going to add in a little bit more to that. So I would like you to think about the things that you doubt yourself about or doubt others about, and now answer the question, is this in my control? Like, is there anything you could do about it? You have doubts about it, but is it in your control to fix it?
Kat, can I say something?
Of course.
Yeah, I always doubt. And even for example, I am talking with somebody, especially, client or not close friends. Anything I say, after that, I say, why I said that? Or I could say something different, or I was honest. Oh, why I was too honest? Or meeting client and already the business finished, job is done. Oh, I could do better. Oh, why I didn't do this or that? This is look like part of my, became my personality. And of course, I'm in a good place to finding out more and learning more and releasing. But this looks like, anything, even any word comes out of my mind, it was the right word or not.
Well, those are all great things, and we can do, we're definitely going to just clear around the phrase, I doubt myself. So we'll hit along all of that. And if more is still coming up for you, we can talk about it in the open clearing right after this.
Sure. Yeah. Any question you are saying, oh my God, this is awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. You know what? You have to go lecture in companies, because many people in companies, they have such issues. Yeah.
They absolutely do. And I appreciate the feedback so much, because we're kind of figuring this out as we go. This is a brand new sort of way of doing this. So hopefully I'm glad to hear that it's working for you.
You know what? You're just nailing it. It's awesome. Because the first question it came that I'm angry. I think one of them, it took me to my childhood. Yeah. But anyhow, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the feedback, Mina. I appreciate it. Okay, so hopefully we all got some good answers to that question. So we're going to go into, we're going to clear I doubt myself for sure on that one. All right, so ready? Close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold, and repeat in your head. I release all negative emotions with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all contempt with I doubt myself. Good. Deep breath in. I release all dread with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all guilt with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all irritation with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all punishment with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all shame with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all skepticism with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all stubbornness with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with belief with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with compassion with I doubt myself. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with fulfillment with I doubt myself. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with open with I doubt myself. Good, almost done. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with trust with I doubt myself. Good, that one's clear. Deep breath in and out. Okay, we're gonna switch to one more under that worry umbrella of achiever, and we're gonna do I worry too much. Close your eyes, deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotion with I worry too much. Good. Deep breath in. I release all annoyance with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all confusion with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all disappointment with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all hopelessness with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all judgment with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all resentment with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all shame with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all worry with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with calm with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with gratitude with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with letting go with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with memory with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with support with I worry too much. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with trust with I worry too much. Good. Deep breath in and out. That's clear, you guys. All right. There was a few more that I wanted to do, but we are going to do the positive fill-ups, and then we'll take a few-minute break, and then we'll come back and do the trauma class starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. I am going to leave the line open, but I am going to turn off my video and just give myself a break to reset and be ready for the next one. So we are going to do our positive fill-ups around achiever. So again, the positive fill-ups are going to be the same process, but we're going to start with the sentence, I am happy, thankful, and grateful instead. Okay, so deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I have the power to achieve all that I desire. Good. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I am learning to lean on others. Good. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I am able to let go of the story that I have to do it all myself. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful with the knowledge that I am not alone. And then the last one, deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I'm continuing to learn and love myself. Awesome. Deep breath in and out, everyone. Good job. That was amazing. I hope you were able to get a lot out of this. I look forward to our class next week, where we are going to be going in alphabetical order to the next strength, which is activator. And we will talk all about what it means to be an activator and to have the activator strength, whether it is high in your top strengths or low in your bottom strengths, and how that plays out in our life in our different situations. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your energy and your support. I hope you could feel the clearing that was happening for us as a group, for those of us that are here in this room today. So with that, like I said, I will leave this opened. And you are able to stay in it to join the trauma class. Thank you all for your positive words in the feedback. And Shauna, if you want to go ahead and write in some programs that you would like to work on in the next class, in the trauma class, this would be a great opportunity to do that. If any of the things that we journaled about during today's class are still not completely clear for you, or brought up other things that need to be cleared, please also put that into the chat and we will be there for you next time. Okay, I will see you guys in 10 minutes.